Okay, I'm gonna see if I still got it. My video just before this one was just an off-the-cuff video. It wasn't really anything I had planned out. This one I'd actually wanted to do from about 2 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, from about 2 weeks ago, but I just got to it now because I don't take YouTube seriously. So there's that. The next thing to note is that my voice is kind of weird right now because I've been getting on and off a cold, or more or less a cold. It keeps coming and going, and I'm coughing up all this yellow crap, so my voice is not the best. I need to shave, this and that. Let's get started. So, first thing to note, AJ Plus, I believe this is Al Jazeera Plus. Note right here, Al Jazeera is funded in whole or in part by the Qatari government. Now, considering the topic of this video here and what's this going to be about, I don't really think the Qatari government, or pretty much anywhere in the Middle East, honestly, has any right to be saying jack shit. But, you know what, whatever. It's all just news. Whatever. News. Alright. Let's get started with this. You all know the dissecting style I like to do. This is going to be off the cuff, not scripted. I actually tried to script this out, but just going through the video, I'm just like, oh, fucking hell. I can't even sit there and force all of what I had in my mind down into a little point to get it on paper, or really just type it. Because then it loses the flavor and herb and spice, if you know what I mean, of doing a raw video. Get stuff out more precise and more efficient, but it's bland. It's bland. It loses its flavor. So we're gonna do this off the cuff. Well, not off the cuff, but you get what I'm saying. Let's get started.
In November 2017, one woman and her baby brought a Japanese city council to a standstill.
This actually probably is going to be the first problem here, but I mean, is that really her fault or is it their fault? Brought the city council to a standstill. City council is not supposed to be at a standstill. It's supposed to be highly functioning and highly efficient. So anything that's bringing it to a standstill, naked dude, people banging, whatever, that's probably going to be a problem. Just my thought.
I heard shouts, really loud shouts. One of them were shouting, "This is the most sacred job." They said, "No, leave immediately with the baby." And I said, "No, I will stay."
Also, I will note that the closed captions are actually very good, which is quite interesting considering that they're usually extremely bad. So I will thank whoever created the captions for that. Okay. Just make sure that's, yeah. Moving right along.
Yu Govt is an assemblywoman for Kumamoto City. In other words, she's one of the few Japanese women in a position of leadership. Yuka made headlines on her first day back at work since giving birth. She was kicked out of an assembly meeting for showing up with her newborn baby in her arms.
I told them, well, I am representing people like me, so I have all the right to be here.
Okay, why is this thing coming up? Okay, that's all well and nice. First day back, she came with the baby. See, now, in situations like this, apart from having to dodge people thinking that I'm some right-wing conservative, whatever. If people don't realize by now that I don't do that whole left-right bullshit, I don't know what to tell them. But here's the thing. Well, first of all, she actually oh God, so much here. Number one, how old is she? Cause I guess, I mean, from what I just saw of the baby, I mean, I didn't see any kind of retardation or anything, but we all know as women get older, Not so much men until, I don't know, maybe way older. I don't know, maybe not. But as women get older specifically, the chance of a high quality offspring goes down. So I would like to know, how old is she? Because and you might be wondering, okay, what does that have to do with anything? This is just one of a series of questions that I'd like to know. Like, okay, she decided to have a kid at this age. I've seen the stereotypes of Asians. Oh my God, Asian women, they look like they're 18 up until they're like 40 or 50 or something, and then they all of a sudden look like they're like 90 from 50 on. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Point is, she does not exactly look like she's in her 20s, all right? I don't care how good the genetics are, how good the diet is, the diet and exercise. So that's one. She chose to have a kid now as opposed to earlier. That could lead to something. Why is that? The next question is, where is dad? Where is dad? Japan is not exactly known for single parents, single mother, single father, single parent. Japan is not known for that. So where exactly is dad, right? And so the reason why I ask that is because, and this goes larger into society as a whole, I'm of the belief that if you have mom and dad working and nobody can stay home and raise the kid, that's a problem, right? I don't believe in getting this nanny or whatever the hell, and who knows what the hell this nanny, who's more than likely female, is bringing in, what influences she's bringing into the kid, you know? So there's that. But where is dad? Okay. Now, if you want to say, okay, he died or something, okay, fine. But they're not all dying. So where is dad? Okay. And she's trying to represent women like her. Well, again, Japan is not exactly known for single mothers or single fathers, single parents. So if you're trying to represent women like you, which I'm assuming are not women in leadership, but rather single mothers or mothers that have to take care of kids, whether they're single or not, it's like, what the hell is going on, right? So how many of you are there that there needs to be any kind of consequential representation? Where is dad? If dad is out working and you're out working and neither of you can afford to, one of you stay back and raise the kid, you shouldn't be having any kids, right? It's just that simple. Whether you want to have one or not, you shouldn't be. If one of you can stay back and raise the kid while the other works, okay, fine. I'm not saying the man has to stay back or the woman has to stay back, but, keep that in mind for later. So there's that.
They told me, no, they cannot open the session as long as there's a baby in the chamber.
Right, and there's a good reason for that. Here it is, it came to a standstill. Again, is that because they chose to stand it still and make a big deal about it, or is it because there's a good reason? On the surface, I'd like to say it's because those men chose to make a big deal about it. Now, they had every right to make a big deal about it because it's like, okay, if that baby starts crying for whatever reason, that baby needs to be nursed, breastfed. Okay, let's just, needs the diaper change and stuff, and then they have to stop whatever the hell they're doing. Remember how I said, it's not supposed to come to a standstill. It's supposed to be smoothly running. Supposed to be. Right. So if they have a baby, just one, much less more women coming in when they're leadership and they're coming in with kids too, and they have all these baby or babies, plural, clogging up the machinery, if you know what I mean, that's going to be a problem, right? No place, be it the government, council, whatever the hell, or a CEO meeting or whatever else, is going to have Anyone, male or female, with kid or kids, plural. Shit needs to run, and we can't stop because you need to go feed him or her, or you need to go change the diapers, or they can't stop crying for whatever reason, and God forbid you don't even know why the hell they're crying. You know, you burped them, you fed them, they should be knocked out asleep. You know, diapers fresh baby powder, all that stuff. You know, I mean, hell, come on. You go to a movie theater, or you're in a on a, I don't know, 12-hour flight. The last thing you want to deal with is a baby. All right? So, you know, to be dealing with that day in, day out. Yeah. So yeah, they're quite right to not want to start that thing because there's a baby in the yeah, you know. Just my thought.
Over 60% of women in Japan quit their jobs after giving birth to their first child.
Now, sources. Yes, OECD. And actually, I looked them up. 60% of women quit their job, or just stop working, whether they quit or not, stop working rather, after their first child. I wonder what it is with the 40% that makes them not quit. And if so, how are they able to manage that? Just a thought. As far as OECD, let's actually get out of here real quick. As far as OECD goes, I have mixed feelings about this because on one instance, I like primary sources from that source. It's like, you know what, if you want to hear about me, don't go to me. That whole saying, oh, I'll know you by your closest friends. No, motherfucker, you will not know me by my closest friends. You'll know me by coming to me and getting information directly from the source, right? My friends are not around me 24/7. My friends might not be around me for more than maybe 30 minutes a week. You are not going to know shit about me based off my friends, right? And as such, I would have preferred an actual Japanese, independent no doubt, but actual Japanese organization in Japan tracking this versus some international organization with whatever the hell biases they might want to have. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is good enough. I don't know, but I don't know. Hearing from non-Japanese sources about Japan, you know, seems kind of weird to me. But you know, that's just my thought. Let's keep going.
And employers expect that, which is why they're less likely to invest in the career development of their women employees. What's worse, it's not uncommon for employers to demote or pressure women into quitting as soon as they become pregnant. This is known as matahara, or maternity harassment.
Sorry, my cat is down here asleep, and I don't know if he's having a bad dream or something, but he's making kind of weird noises. Oh, God. Anytime I hear the word harassment in today's day and age, it's just like, yeah, sure it is. Of course it's harassment, unless it's happening to men. But they expect that. They expect them to leave, and this is why they don't put much in them. This is actually a key thing here, right? Very key thing. As far as the matahara, okay, that in and of itself is bad. Okay, fine. You know, maybe the woman that you're trying to harass into leaving might be one of the 40% that can have the kid, and right the very next day after pregnancy on forward can still keep working as though she never missed anything. But for a part of the 60%, right, there's a very good reason for this. The business is there to make money. We all know this, and this is where this whole thing is starting to fall apart, because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's because women, and no, it's not because women, because over here in America, women are finding out from other women that are in these positions that, you know what, sister, no. It goes from, sorry, sister, to no, bitch, right? It goes from sister, we can do it, sister, to no, bitch, no, real quick. And what am I talking about? Well, they find out that it's actually not because men are not under the surface. On the surface, it might be, oh my God, you didn't sleep with me, so I'm going to sit here and use my power against you. Fine. But under that, or sidestep that, it's like, no, this is fucking economics. This is capitalism. This is business. This business needs to run even when your ass is gone, right? You're out on maternity leave. You're not making any money. You're not producing, helping with the profits of this company, but yet we're still paying you for maternity leave or whatever, you know, or paternity leave for the guys, right? That's a problem, especially if more and more women, especially if we're going to flood in this organization, pick whatever organization you want, flood in this organization with women, and then, God forbid, they, especially in mass, right, or in just some substantial amount, decide, oh, I want to go have some kid or kids, plural, right? What the hell is the company going to do? All these women at all these different levels, ranges, stages, want to go have a kid, they're knocked out. What is the company going to do? I mean, just take any company, right? Like let's take, okay, Japan, let's take Mitsubishi or something. If it was like, I don't know, shit, more women at all levels. Okay, so the company's like 70% women, right? And of that 70%, just give a solid number so you can play along. Okay, 1,000 people, and 70% are women. And of that 70% of 1,000, right? What? Whatever percentage you want, above 50. Or, okay, really, is 50% of women really going to decide that they want, okay, fine. Whatever percent above, I don't know, above 20. Between 20 to 70. Of that 70%, right, of 1,000, decide that they want to go have kids. What the hell is a company going to do? How is a company going to survive, thrive, and compete with all these other companies out here, right? Remember what I said, keep that in mind for later? Here it comes right now. This right here, not because men, not because, oh my God, the system, but because of your own homegirl, Mother Nature, right? And probably also has something to do with a God you probably don't believe in, right? God, oh my God, God, onus is on you, no evidence. That's what's messing you up here. That is what's messing you up. You have to take the fuck time off. Number one, so your body can recover a little bit, right? God forbid, a lot of it. Or, I'm sorry, Darwin forbid, a lot of it, right? And then, bitch, you need to be nursing that fucking kid. Like, what? I never understood this formula bullshit. I never understood this whole thing with formula. No. Formula is not as good as boob milk. Okay, breast milk. All right, breast milk. No. Get in there, feed the damn kid with your tits. And no, we're not going to be feeding them synthetic crap, right? All of that takes time. In the meantime, the company still needs to fucking run. In enter men who do not have to do any of this crap, right? They don't. They can keep working 100% of the time, bring in money for the family, and you know what? If you need a fucking helper, maybe we can afford a fucking helper, you know? But that helper is not going to be raising the fucking kids. No. That kid is going to be instilled with whatever the hell we want, good or bad. It's going to be us biological mom, biological dad, right? And yeah, that helper is going to just help with, like, I don't know, changing the diapers or something like that. You know, helping prep for feeding time, put the baby to bed, whatever, while you rest up. Okay, fine. This is the reason why the companies are having a problem with women in the workplace. And in this one instance, or we're not talking about American workplaces or Western workplaces. Yeah, but in this one instance, this is the problem that they're having. With men, we don't have to deal with, the company doesn't have to deal with all this crap, right? Let's take another thing. Just throw this in there right now. Oh my God, it's so much harder, working more to make less. Well, that too is also economics and just raw numbers. When you flood the workplace with people, men and women, right, the price of everything goes down. Or not everything, the price of labor goes down. Why? You just, let's just say, just to, for a nice round number, doubled the pool of people. Right? Now, obviously, it's not really double, because it's like, okay, we doubled the pool of people, but there's still only like 1% of the population that's like fucking rocket scientists or nuclear engineers, right? But, you know, just to play along here, we doubled the population. So you double the amount of people that can work. Therefore, labor is not exactly scarce, which means we don't have to sit here and pay you a lot to convince you to stay with us versus going to our competitor. Okay, that means less money for the entire family, because man has to now compete with other men as usual, plus they got to compete with his own woman plus other women. Right? So I got to sit here and compete with other men plus women to come bring, plus you, woman, to come bring home this same bacon to you, said woman. Whereas if one of us stayed the fuck home, we wouldn't have this problem. Now, who stays home? That's a good fucking question. Nature would say the woman stays home because you're going to be knocked out of commission anyway for at least a couple of weeks. Some weeks with this whole nursing thing, if you are to do it right, the way nature intended. But could the man stay home? Oh my God, the breast pump and all that stuff. Here's the milk and all that. Okay, so okay. Due to the advances of modern technology and whatever, women can just suck their tits with a pump dry, and then here you go. Manufacture this, whatever. I still think just natural is the way to go, but whatever. Fine, but that leads to another problem. And in fact, let's see if we can find that problem right here. Let's go to another one. Okay, well, a bunch of YouTube, MGTOW news, of course. Go Google it. There's an article somewhere. Maybe it's here. You're supposed to. Okay, there's an article sometime back where it was saying house husbands just ain't sexy. And maybe not basically, but what happened there? The woman and the man agreed that the man would stay home, but yet the woman ended up losing interest in him. And I think she cheated on him with some other dude that was out there alpha mailing it up, flying through the heavens, raining down. And he's there left wondering, what the hell? We agreed to this. How come she doesn't like me anymore? Like, what's going on? It's up to you women if us guys staying home is going to work. It's not up to us. It's up to you. Oh my God, the woman stays home, the man. Well, yeah, that's how it normally is. That's how it's expected to go, more or less. Today's day and age, a lot less than more. But if the guy stays home and the woman goes out and is the baddest boss bitch, the baddest bitch, and is making the money and all that stuff, first of all, good luck, dude. Good luck. Good luck. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? All right. But yeah, it's up to you women, because it's really not going to help if the men are staying home. The men exit the workplace. Women are now 100% of the workforce, or 90%, let's just say, right? And marriages aren't working because the women are like, oh, fuck these dudes, man. I'm not attracted to this dude on all fours scrubbing the toilet and shit. And that's not sexy to me. Ugh. So there's that.
Yuga has long fought for women's rights in the workplace. But most of her proposals, such as having a nursery room built in her workplace, have been vetoed by her city council. And so she took her baby to work to confront her colleagues with the reality of motherhood.
And therein lies the problem. She comes in and immediately she starts demanding this stuff that's going to cost God knows how much money to do, to implement, right? And then, of course, it's like, okay, well, how many of you women is this going to help? The organization is majority men. So for the 5 women, right? Let's just say 5 women, okay? 5 out of 100. To give you some numbers so you can play along. 100 men organization, 5 women, right? 100 people organization, 95 are men, 5 women. So for these 5 women now, 5%, we now got to go spend how much money building this new room and this and that and whatever? God forbid we don't have to staff this stuff with people to take care of the kid, because why? Those 5 women are supposed to be councilwomen in meetings 24/7, dealing with laws and passing laws and this and that and blah, 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 and votes and all this other office, Dilbert government type stuff. You know? You already see the problems. So no, it's not confronting it with confronting the reality of motherhood. No, motherhood belongs in the home, right? You know, it's just like motherhood does not belong in the upper annals of government where, like, it's not that hard to figure out. It's really not that hard to figure out, you know? The way you have to act when you're at government, when you're in government meetings and stuff, that doesn't belong in the fucking home. You're going to alienate your kids. You're going to drive away your husband or wife. Motherhood does not belong in these upper annals of government where you essentially are dealing with some House of Cards type shit.
I want the people in politics, people in power, to listen to what we are saying, what women have been saying. We are really struggling and we want to have children, but we can't.
Right, even though you still did. Right, you want to have children, but you can't. The thing that I hate about this is that it makes it seem like it's just women. And for that, let's go back here. We might actually just keep it out here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Come on, YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Asian boss, no. Crap. What was the name of that one that I saw? I actually have it saved on my computer, but yeah, this is right. Yep. I'm not sure if they changed the I'm not sure if they changed the title of it, but yeah, this looks like the right video. Watch this video and see if you can't see the problem in Japan and why it's not just, oh my god, Japan is against women, but maybe it's just the society as a whole. Yeah. Anyway, I'll have a link to this.
Yuka's story highlights a larger problem in Japanese society, the failure of womenomics. In a nutshell, womenomics is Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's plan to save the economy by bringing more women into Japan's male-dominated workforce.
Save the economy by bringing more women into Japan's male-dominated workforce. Now, I don't have a problem with that any at all, right? Watch out, learn from the Western world and see what happened there, right? Okay. But I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. However, here comes the thing. It's not about having a male-dominated workplace or a female-dominated workplace or a 50-50. It's about raw fucking numbers. Your population as a whole is aging. The quote-unquote young people, despite the fact that last time I checked, Japan was like the second highest porn capital in the world, and they have sex for sport. Maybe it's just in the major cities. I don't know. I guess Japan's doing it right. They're doing a lot of fucking over there with their crazy, weird porn stuff. Come on, Japan. Everybody knows what's going on over there. But they're not having kids. Right? It's about raw fucking numbers. If you have a male-dominated workforce, but the population's only 100, you get more women in there, you still have the same number of people to pick from. That's aging, that's dying, that's not being replaced. So whether you switch it with all men or all women, you're still going to have the same problem. Population of 100, 70% of the, or 50% of the men, 50 of those, of that 100 is men. They're all in the workplace, while only 10 women are in the workplace, right? Leaving the other 40 out of it. Switch that around. Now 50 women are in the workplace out of the whole population of 100, and 10 men. You're still gonna have the same problem. It doesn't go by who it is, male, female, whatever. It goes by raw numbers. You only have 100 people. And it's going down because it's aging, right? It's not that hard to figure out. It's not going to work, not because women are being held back, but because your population is just aging. They're not being replaced. So put all men, put all women, put a 50-50 mix, it's still going to go down. Because you just do not have the raw fucking numbers. It might go down faster under women, considering that women want to have kids, even if men want to have kids too, but women get knocked out because nature, they get knocked out. Because if they try to have, first of all, show me any woman that is at work while giving labor, right? She's literally giving labor, the kid is coming out, and she's there at work still doing whatever the hell she's doing for work, right? No, the bitch is going to be out of commission for some time. So, bad enough you don't have the population numbers. You try to put in more women at whatever the hell levels, all levels. They decide that they want to go have some kids. They now... it's not that hard to understand. It's really not that hard to understand. I don't get why.
You see, more than a quarter of Japan's population is over the age of 65. Its population is aging dramatically, to the point where adult diapers are outselling baby diapers. And not enough babies are being born to replace that aging population.
Right. Now, last time I checked, Japanese women weren't virgin marrying it. Okay? They need men as well. What's up? Right? What is up? They keep focusing on women here. What do the men have to say about this? Because you're saying that women want to have kids, and last time I checked, that involves sex. I mean, maybe Japan has just nothing but mad sperm banks all over the place, I guess. But I'd like to think it's being done majority of the time the natural way. So what does the other half of the equation have to say about this? Are they kind of feeling something like, hey, yo, there ain't no jobs out here, and now I'm going to be having to deal with kid or kids plural. I can barely take care of myself plus this cat, and I got to go take care of this kid or kids plural plus this other adult woman, right? This other adult in female form. Like, you know, yeah. So, but of course, they're not looking at that. It might be hard for women. It might be hard for men too. Just might be. Maybe the other half of the equation has their own list of grievances and their own list of demands of stuff to change. You know? Because I guarantee you, these men, these men in government high up that don't have to worry about maternity leave, go ask their wives, and let's see if their wives that are probably at home with the kids, you know, or at home just chilling with the kids, but the kids are being dealt with by helper or helpers, plural, right? Go ask those wives of those men, assuming they're married, and see if they are complaining the way this woman is complaining. Just a thought.
That leads to an acute shortage of labor, and ultimately to economic stagnation. In an attempt to tackle this, the Prime Minister decided women could fill the labor gap.
Why? Why? You have a certain population of people. Why do women need to fill like the only way that would make any fucking sense is if you have a steady supply of women, but not a steady supply of men. And the men are aging, so as they die off, you're left with nothing but women. Again, go plugging in some raw numbers so you can understand. Okay. You have a population of 100. 50% are women, 50% are men, obviously. 50 are between the ages of, 18 to 90. Whereas 40 of the 50 men are 90 years old, and only 10 are, 18 to 25, right? I mean, just follow along with the numbers here. You get what I'm saying. So you're going to put more women in the workplace as opposed to trying to keep women out and only run the economy off these 10 dudes that are young enough to keep going as these other 40 men die off. Nah, that's actually not what's happening. You have a population of 100. They're aging equally. You're trying to run a population. You're trying to run an economy that was designed to run on, let's say, 100 people with only 20 people. 10 men, 10 women. 40 men, 40 women are aging off, dying off. You have only 10 young men, 10 young women, and you're trying to have them do what 100 are supposed to do. And this dude here, I guess he wants to stay in power. We're going to put women in there. So what about men? What about the other 50%? What, are they not aging? They age too. You know, you got to replace them as well.
And he packaged that as an advance for women's rights. He said he wanted to create a society in which all women shine. More women in senior positions, improved maternity leave, etc. But womenomics has been failing women big time. Instead
Really? Really?
of uplifting them, it's exploiting them. Here's why. See, the number of women workers has actually increased since womenomics. But in 2018, Japan ranked 110th out of 149 countries in the Global Gender Gap Index.
Global Gender Gap Index. I'm not even going to look into that one.
And that's partly because of the quality of the jobs that women are getting. They're mostly getting part-time jobs without the benefits that come with full-time work.
Because they have part-time motherfucker, dude. Fuck me, man. Yes, you don't get full-time benefits for full-time work when you work part-time. And no, before anybody in the comment section says, hey man, the future Thomas Salt. No, I'm not, no. Okay, because there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of economic shit that he posits that I'm just like, dude, you know full well that math mixed with real life, not math mixed with theoreticals, proves wrong. So no, I'm not him. This is not one of those cases though. Part-time work, full-time benefits. You do not work full-time. You do not get full-time benefits. Are there any part-time benefits? Probably not. Okay. Which now leads to the reason of why are they getting those jobs, those part-time menial jobs? Well, maybe because there's only so many, right? And again, this is not men. There are only so many of those high up there penthouse jobs, right? And not because men, but because older populations aren't getting the fuck out. That's what we're dealing with here in the US. Where it's like people my age, millennials, 32, right, are supposed to be solidly entry level, looking to bang down the door of middle management. These Gen X fucks are supposed to be in senior management now somewhere, I guess, or upper management, And the baby boomers were supposed to have been lying somewhere, I don't know, fucking grave or a beach or whatever, wherever the hell they're supposed to be going. Those damn boomers are still fucking here. Clogging shit up. It's the same shit going on over there. And so, because we're focusing on women here, let's look at the men, these women's age, right? Her age, this Yuka Ogata and younger. Let's look at the men her age and see what the hell they're saying. Yo, hey, you know what? With women now competing with men, how are you gonna be a real man? Oh samurai, oh ninja, oh whatever, oh shogun, and provide for women as well as children, plus yourself, and maybe Momo, your cat. I don't know. How are you going to provide? How are you going to be a real man and do all of that? You don't ask that, do you? Oh my God.
There is more and more part-time jobs for women, part-time jobs with, very low wages and no welfare.
Yeah, well, that's one thing they got right. No welfare. What this then means is, simply put, either the system is going to work or it's going to fail. Let it fail if it cannot sustain. Let it fail. Thank you for no welfare. Let that shit fail and then let something better come in its place. Now, of course, that's going to involve starvation and death maybe, but I don't know. I guess that's what it involves. Shouldn't have had kids. Shouldn't have had kids. You know, at the risk of sounding like you know who, shouldn't have had any kids then. Just my thought. The system does not make it conducive to where you can properly have kids. Okay, fuck this system. The system ends with me. Everybody should be saying that. I did everything right, and here it is now. Not only are you telling me to go do more, but what I wanted to do, I'm not even getting to do. You went to school, you did this, you did that, you got the job. Oh, but you know what? In today's day and age, one job isn't enough. Both of you have to go out and bust your ass to be able to afford what only one person should have been able to afford. But because of the way society is now, globalization plus men and women competing with each other, plus both of them competing against the machines, competing against each other and against the machines, you know, plus the machines kicking everybody's ass because the machines are going to get it. You know, it's like...
So now there are many women who have jobs but still struggle to make ends meet.
There's another reason.
Yes, but all the men, including the men their age, oh, they're just, they're just high flying. They're banging all the big tit white girls from America or whatever the hell, or overseas. All those samurais are just invading the shores of California or New York or wherever the hell. What's going on with the guys? Really makes me wonder. I wonder what the homeless population looks like in Japan. How many men are homeless in Japan versus women? Huh? I really would like to know that.
Japan ranks this low in the gender gap index. This is Prime Minister Abe's cabinet, the people making the nation's most important political decisions. Now count the number of women. Exactly.
Exactly what? Forget qualifications or experience or whatever. Yes, while I would think that it would be hard for women to function in there, you know, just as we're finding out now, as more and more women get in certain places, actually before they even get in there, we're finding that it's hard for men to function with women, but that's here in the West, in the workplace. Exactly what? You also have to ask your question, geez, how many of these Japanese women wanted to be in here? Wanted to be in that position of government? Because if it was really just no women allowed, then this one here, Miss Ogata, would not even be there. Neither would any woman. So, is it that the Japanese men are keeping the women out, or is it that the women just don't want to be doing that anyway? Really got to ask yourself that question. And I'd like a truthful answer, obviously, but one that can also be checked out.
The reason why the situation is the way it is now is because
of capitalistic economics. That's the reason.
The women in decision-making positions.
That's right.
Okay, and if there was more women in decision-making positions, then what would happen? You would force companies to give 6 months of paid maternity at the exact same rate they were getting paid if they weren't, whatever. And you would force that, and then Japan will get destroyed even faster, because all the other places that doesn't force that, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to stay home with the kids. Okay, I'm going to go out and work the money. Okay, this company can still stay fighting and still stay competing. They're not knocked out for 6 months while the majority women workforce is on maternity leave, right? And as such, they come in and destroy the Japanese companies who are out of commission while the women go do their maternity thing and then come back to find the company in ruins. A car that can go at 100 miles an hour for 10 minutes is going to get farther than one that can go for 100 miles an hour, has to stop 8 minutes in and then start up again 9 minutes and 50 seconds in. Raw logic. Don't have to trust on any religious text. Don't have to trust on any scientific peer-reviewed journal entry, blog, vlog, captain's log in the echo chamber of academia. Nope. Raw logic from the real fucking world. Really sad.
Only 12.4% of lawmakers, senior officials, and managers in Japan are women. And it wasn't until 2015 that large companies were finally required by law to set targets for increasing women in management and to disclose those results to the public. But surprise, surprise, there are no penalties if they fail to comply.
Yeah, because again, okay, you want to make penalties and then have no Japanese businesses in Japan, right? Or no business in Japan at all, Japanese or foreign. Again, how many of these positions are what women actually want? Once you figure out how many they want them, and hopefully it's an actual consequential number, yeah, then we can get into how easy or hard it is for them to get in because women. But first, and this is what I want to know first from an independent source, how many women actually want to be in these positions? Just like here in America, oh my God, women aren't here, women aren't there. Show me who the hell is stopping you. Show me who the hell is stopping you. And then when you finally get women in there, in some positions, you find out that they fucked it up. Case in point, that one woman that is either currently or used to be the CEO of Yahoo. You got this Theranos bitch over here, whatever the hell her name is, right? She made her own fucking company and ran it into the ground because she didn't know what the hell she was doing. You know, it's like... And then ultimately, people might just have to think, okay, I can either pick my career or I can pick a family. Can't really get both. And if I do somehow get both, they're probably low quality, both of them. Oh, why is this thing not going?
Is it working from Shinzo Abe's point of view? Maybe to some extent, because his objective is to raise production. But to me, the government's plan to make women shine, I guess it's safe to say it's a bit different from what we want.
Womenomics was the greatest sign of hope women had seen in years. It meant something profound and unprecedented. Their well-being was no longer a burden, but at last a national priority.
And the men are wearing this. Because if it's one thing that I've been noticing with this whole feminist slant that is anywhere feminism is that they make it seem like men, just men as a whole, are just doing oh so great while women as a whole are just doing oh so bad. And I always got to find out, where the hell are the men? See, because the men that they're railing against, something tells me the women that those men have aren't complaining. They're not out here with the signs and all that. So those men and the women that get the power that those men have without having to do the work that those men do, they are fine. You women are the ones bitching, and where the hell are the men on your level? They're not even, nobody even gives a fuck about them. But because penis, because male, somehow those men who are probably in worse situations than you, the men at your level, are somehow better than the women at the men's level who you're complaining about? Nah, I don't think so.
6 years on, there are more women in the workforce, but they're still losing out. How womenomics is enforced or how it affects women doesn't seem to matter to those who came up with it.
In Japan, we have a term, kodakara, which means children are treasures. These days, we don't hear that word anymore.
Yeah, you don't hear that word anymore. And again, as I said, I will have this video linked.
When this is what it's like to be a working woman in Japan, is it any wonder why they're still struggling to shine?
You're not helping. Especially misdiagnosing the fucking problem and leaving out 50% of what's going to make them actually shine. Okay? Because I just my thought. I have a feeling, right, that much like anywhere else on the world, on the planet, the women if I were to go to a Japanese construction site or a Japanese factory or a Japanese wherever, right, where manual labor is being done, something tells me I'm going to find few, if any, Japanese women, even if they might be butch or whatever, right? Dyke, whatever the hell is the correct acceptable term now. So you're so focused on women. Right, okay. I mean, hell, they're 50% of the population. Focus on them. Fine, yes. What about the other 50%? Right? What about all the dudes that are not up there making decisions, right? Where are they? And while you're sitting here complaining about how women have it so hard, you might want to go and ask the women of, again, the same guys who you're complaining is making it so hard for you. Those women are not bitching along with you. Why not? Considering they are supposedly also fucking oppressed as you are. Why is it that Chelsea, okay, this is Japan here. Why is it that the Princess of Japan isn't out here bitching and complaining the way Miss Ogata is? In fact, who the hell is the Princess of Japan? What the hell is her name? Empress. Why the hell did I wait? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess. I thought she looked different, but okay. Yeah. Is she out here picketing and whatever? Something tells me not. What about whoever the hell this bitch is? Who is this? The Empress. Something tells me she's not complaining. Why not? Come on, sister. We can do it. There you go. Had a miscarriage. Probably due to all the stress of being oppressed. Look. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, we're done. We're done here. We're done. This is not going to change unless you know, man, Japan, you all sort this shit out. Again, this was just a little tune-up video to see if I still got it. I need to probably de-rust the dissecting skills, but you know, yeah, we just want to see if I still got it. Later.